All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. The first story that I have for you guys today, yet another physique update from your current Mr. Olympia champion, Brandon Curry. So Brandon has already showed us actually a lot of upper body physique updates in the Magic Mirror, so on and so forth. But this one was a leg update. And the first thing I noticed right off the bat is his leg actually looks pretty good sized in this physique update, and that's often the common criticism of Brandon. That's what you're going to see more often than any other criticism of him, is his leg size compared to his upper body size. So this is what I like about Brandon. He's not afraid to take that criticism head on and say, okay, you guys are going to criticize my legs. Let me show you guys how good my legs are looking right now, probably knowing full well there's going to be some hate in the comment section, even though honestly I think his legs look pretty good here. And that's the other thing you'll notice about Brandon in the comment sections of his posts. If you scroll through the comments, you'll notice that Brandon responds to every single comment on his post. Whether it's positive or negative, whether it's a criticism or a compliment. If you scroll through any of Brandon's posts, you're going to see Brandon replying to almost every comment in the comment section. I think, like I said before, I think Brandon is doing a fantastic job being an ambassador for bodybuilding. And it's kind of unfortunate for Brandon because most of the year that he has been the reigning Mr. Olympia, obviously because of all these restrictions, he hasn't really been able to travel as much as a Mr. Olympia typically would and go to, meet and greets and guest posings and speaking events and just representing the Olympia title. So because Brandon hasn't had the opportunity to do that physically, you can see that Brandon is still going out of his way to do it on social media, because really he can't do, there's only so much he can do without being really able to travel much. And really because of the fact there's no events that are going to be meet and greets or anything like that, that's a large gathering even taking place. So I respect the fact that Brandon is trying his best with what he's got to really be engaging with his fans. And he also says in the comments there, someone commented, Nick now be like, all right, what's going on, you guys? Brandon with a physique update, which is actually exactly what I said. He's one of the fastest YouTube reporters, though, that's for sure. And Brandon responded and said, hey, but I like his accuracy on facts when he reports. Some channels twist facts and only report opinions. So I appreciate the kind word from the champ, Brandon Curry, there. And I tried to do a little bit of both because, let's be honest, bodybuilding is a subjective sport, meaning almost everything about it is opinion-based. So you got to do the facts, and you also got to do opinions, because the whole sport is literally based off opinions, fans' opinions, judges' opinions. That just is what it is. That is what subjective means. A subjective sport, the opposite of objective, is not very factual, straightforward based. Everything is subjective. It comes down to opinion. And that's why I try to keep it as neutral as possible, but opinion always comes into play every now and again. Now, next up in the news, speaking of physique updates, Rafael Brandao has posted several physique updates over the past week or two. And it looks like he is gearing up for a show. I think we're going to see him compete. I think there's a high probability we're going to see him in Spain. In the physique update that he posted most recently, basically like a full physique posing video. And the thing that I like about Rafael's physique is his small midsection. He's got this big chest, big wide shoulders, he's got big legs, but he's got a nice tapered midsection. He's got very defined abs. It's rare to see that in a men's open bodybuilding competitor, so I would like to see him compete in Spain. And I think him and Regan and James Hollingshead, I think they're all on kind of an even playing field as far as their past placings and I guess their bodybuilding resume, you could call it. They're all good bodybuilders. None of them have won really any gigantic titles, and they're all going to be gunning for an Olympia qualification in Spain, assuming that Rafael is getting ready for a show. And judging by the shape that he's in, it would be hard for me to imagine that he's not. Now, next up in the news, I wanted to look at some HD pictures from the Cali Pro because, like I said, the live stream really wasn't that high quality. It was kind of hard to tell how these guys were looking. As you know, Antoine won the show. So I looked back at the pictures of Antoine, and Antoine does look really good here. Again, I said this in the last couple of videos. I'll say it again, but the lighting at this show was very strange to me. It didn't look like the typical lighting at most bodybuilding shows. It seemed to be coming from the base of the stage, shining up at the competitor, which was different. But if you look at Antoine's legs, you can see what kind of shape Antoine is in. Crazy separation in Antoine's legs, especially the quads. And I think that's probably the majority of the reason why he wound up beating Max here, is because obviously Max's weak point is his lower body. And Antoine, probably one of his strongest points is his lower body. And he looked extremely separated. He looked to be in really good shape here. Again, the lighting is just not doing anybody any favors. But from what you can tell from these HD pictures off NPC News Online, I can definitely see why Antoine won this show. And to me, I think Antoine looked a little bit fuller and a little bit harder than he looked in New York compared to some of the other guys that he went up against here, Patrick Moore, Hassan Mustafa, and of course Max Charles, all of which were at the New York Pro. And Antoine beat all of them here but didn't beat them in New York. Those guys look like they faded a little bit, where it looked like Antoine almost got a little bit harder in between shows. And I was looking through some of the comparison shots here, and this shot right here is a good example of what I'm talking about with the lighting at this show. It was very strange. I don't know really how to explain or describe it, but if you look at this shot, the lighting is hitting these guys differently. The guy in the middle is lit way differently than the guys on either side of him. And I don't know what the reason for that is, but the lighting here was definitely not a typical lighting situation. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about the lighting at the Cali Pro this past weekend. But again, congratulations to Antoine on the victory. I think it was well-deserved, and it's been a long time coming. I don't think Antoine has won a pro show. I think this is his first pro win. So congrats to Antoine, and I'm looking forward to seeing him on the Olympia stage this year in December. Now, next up in the news, I know we just talked about this yesterday, but Pro Joe 2, Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, posted another physique update on Instagram, this time with a true vacuum pose. So the first picture is that classic Arnold variation of the side chest, but the second picture, you get to see him actually hitting a vacuum pose with the, I don't know what you would call that pose, a one flexed bicep and then the other kind of a half lat spread situation. But he posted some training videos yesterday where he looked like he was hitting a vacuum pose during the training, controlling his midsection. But this time, we'll get some actual poses, and I think he's looking pretty impressive. Again, my understanding is he is a natural bodybuilder intending on competing one day in natural classic physique. But I thought it was cool to see these two direct variations of Arnold's famous poses. And like I've said in all the videos about Joe recently, I think his physique has come a very long way since we first started talking about him. I think he's getting a lot closer to his goal. So I just like to send him some positive vibes along the way to his journey to the stage because I definitely want to see him compete. I definitely want to see him do well, and I'm excited to watch it and report on it. Now, next up in the news, today began the World's Ultimate Strongman Feats of Strength Season 2 World Record Attempt Series, where today Rauno Heinla set the official 400 kg deadlift for reps record with a total of 6 reps here at this latest World's Ultimate Strongman event. Now, I want to remind you that World's Ultimate Strongman is doing a max deadlift world record attempt to break Hafthor Bjornsson's record of 501 kgs, which was also set under the World's Ultimate Strongman banner, where you have JF Caron, Mikhail Shivlikov, Ivan Makarov, and Rauno Heinla going for that deadlift record on October 18th. So I'm excited to be watching that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think Thor's record will fall in October? Now, the final story that I have for you guys today, PewDiePie, one of the most popular YouTubers in the world with over 106 million subscribers. He's been posting a lot of physique updates lately. He's been posting a lot of workout-related updates on his Instagram. Today was no exception, where he posted a shirtless physique update where he looks like he's lifting some power block dumbbells with the caption, "Keeping consistent on the workout meme." And I know this is kind of off the beaten path a little bit from what I usually talk about, but I wanted to kind of commend him here because I think, you know, being the largest YouTuber with 106 million followers, primarily for gaming content, a lot of those guys tend to not live the most active lifestyle. They're not going to the gym and working out. A lot of them are playing video games. So I think he's setting a really good example for a lot of people. The fact that he's getting into working out and fitness, and he's posting these physique updates, I think he's doing really a lot of positive for the gaming community, the YouTube community, and I think he's really aligning himself to be a good role model for a lot of people by doing this. I wanted to give him a shout out because he's kind of blazing the trail for a healthy gaming lifestyle, healthy YouTuber lifestyle, which is not what you typically see. So shout out to PewDiePie. That's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I hope you did, in fact, enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed yet already. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.